I'll meet you at your hotel at 8.
My hotel?
And we can order room service. That'll be such fun.
Hey.
Okay, bye.
I get it. You'd rather I slip into something more comfortable.
I'm fine. I'm fine. Ah! I'm fine. Sure, I can go. Just get out. I'm asleep. Go away. Leave me alone.
What do you want, Hank?
I don't want to talk.
Oh, you want to talk?
Yeah.
Or you want to lie? Because there's a difference.
Is that Mount St. Helens? You realize that's a volcano, right?
Adam?
Alex.
Alex. Right, of course.
Imagine trading one successful career for another, only to spark one of the most unexpected cultural debates of the decade. That's the story of Robinne Lee, a Yale prodigy, Columbia Law School graduate, Hollywood actress, and eventually best-selling author. From supporting roles in blockbuster films to writing The Idea of You, the novel that became a global sensation, Lee has spent her life challenging rules about age, race, and who gets to tell certain stories.
You're going to lose a lot, and so you kind of pick and choose what you think is the most compelling story that will appeal to the widest audience.
But with success came controversy. Critics called her book fan fiction. Others questioned why a Black woman wrote white characters. But while the drama swirled online, readers fell in love with the book. It became a global hit.
Like, I feel like there were a few readers who came on early and they were just incredibly passionate and supportive and vocal.
What started as a late-night idea became a multi-million-dollar literary empire and a scandal that forever changed her career. Born July 16, 1974 in Mount Vernon, New York, Robinne Lee was destined for greatness, just not the kind anyone expected. With Jamaican parents carrying African, Chinese, British, and Arawak Indian ancestry, she grew up in a household that valued education above entertainment dreams. The overachiever graduated from Yale University at just 17 years old in 1991, then conquered Columbia Law School like the intellectual powerhouse she was.
It's like I'm having an identity crisis or something. I mean, since graduation, I've been wondering what's wrong with me.
But here's where things get interesting. While working as an editorial assistant at Elle magazine and running a music management company, Lee got her first taste of show business. The legal world's loss became Hollywood's gain when she landed her debut role in 1997's Half Plenty, an independent film that would launch her into a career she never planned.
I'm not kissing you.
Just come here.
Lee, I'm not kissing you.
Lee. Just come here.
The early 2000s positioned Lee as Hollywood's reliable supporting actress, beautiful enough to be the leading lady's friend, talented enough to steal scenes, but always just outside the spotlight.
Oh my God, look at you. You don't remember me, do you?
She navigated the industry's unspoken rules, appearing in crowd pleasers like National Security.
I'm not gonna take this!
Get your hands off him!
Get out!
Get out! Just get out!
Henry, get out!
You too, get out!
And Deliver Us from Eva.
You're sleeping. Oh God, it's late. It's late, Mike, you gotta go.
No,
Sweetie, you've gotta go.
Where she perfected the art of making memorable impressions in limited screen time. Then came her golden moment, landing a role in Will Smith's Hitch in 2005.
Russell's hosting this black tie thing at the Guggenheim a week from Friday, and I don't have a date.
This should have been her breakthrough, leading to their reunion in 7 pounds.
What? Is it gonna crack?
Oh, no, I paid extra for the non-cracking kind.
But even working with A-list talent, Lee remained perpetually in the supporting category, a reality that would later fuel her literary rebellion. Fast forward to 2017, and Lee detonates a literary bomb that no one saw coming. The Idea of You wasn't just another romance novel. It was a rebellion wrapped in glossy cover art.
I'm not angry at the world, but at the business, and just wanted to show that women still have a lot to give.
To Hollywood executives who told her she was too old for leading roles, the book was a pointed retort. Fine, if you won't let me star in love stories, I'll write my own.
Hollywood really throws us away at a certain age. Like, they save the really good roles for the Nicole Kidmans and the Viola Davises.
The plot itself was risky. Solene, a sophisticated 40-year-old art gallery owner, falls for Hayes Campbell, a 20-year-old pop star whose fame echoes that of real-world idols. On paper, it was taboo enough, the kind of story Hollywood usually reserves for men. But the real controversy wasn't the age gap, it was the audacity.
Kind of explore how we have this double standard and we do not hold men to the same ideals, I guess, that we hold women.
Almost immediately, critics sharpened their knives. Some focused on identity. How dare a Black woman write white leads? Others accused her of cashing in on fan culture, calling the book opportunistic. The vitriol wasn't limited to reviews. It spilled into Twitter threads, book blogs, even podcasts dissecting her choices. Lee suddenly wasn't just defending her characters. She was defending her right to imagine freely without the burden of being representative at every turn. But the storm really ignited when fans noticed parallels between Hayes Campbell and Harry Styles. Lee had offhandedly admitted the former One Direction star was a spark of inspiration, and from then on, every interview turned into a courtroom cross-examination. Was this fan fiction in disguise? The narrative was reductive, even cruel. She later admitted the regret of naming Styles at all. It's unfortunate because it's being used as clickbait. It feels very reductive.
A woman coming into her own and reclaiming her sexuality, redefining herself.
And yet, the irony couldn't be sharper. While critics sparred about her integrity, readers devoured the book. It went viral in quiet, persistent waves, passed between friends, recommended in book clubs, whispered about in online forums. By 2020, The Idea of You had become what Vogue called the sleeper hit of the pandemic. Nearly 24 foreign translations followed, cementing its global reach. The novel wasn't just entertainment. It was validation for an underserved audience, women over 40 who still wanted and deserved to be seen as desirable.
So many women, we're told by society that we shut ourselves off at a certain age, and once we're mothers, we're no longer these sexually viable.
Behind the storm of literary controversy lies a personal story that could not be more different from the provocative themes of her fiction. Lee's private life, in many ways, reads like a classic Hollywood love story. She married producer Eric Hayes on July 14, 2001, in a ceremony that blended understated elegance with the kind of industry guest list only years of networking could create. Unlike the fleeting romance that so often defined the entertainment world, theirs became a rare example of endurance. Over 2 decades later, the marriage remains intact, weathering the same industry pressures that have undone so many others.
I've been married for a while. My husband is the kindest person I know, and I'm really lucky.
Together, they built a family that anchored Lee through the turbulence of her career. Their children, son Dex and daughter Arabella, grew up in a household that balanced the glamour of premieres and press tours with the everyday rituals of school runs and family dinners.
And it's to the kids' activities, and my son plays water polo and I'm sitting in the car while he's in practice writing, or my daughter ballet or gymnastics or whatever it is.
To them, their mother wasn't a scandal-making author, but simply mom, someone who navigated auditions, rewrites, and PTA meetings with the same determination. They also bore witness to her evolution, watching as she shifted from supporting actress to best-selling author, a transformation few in Hollywood managed successfully.
How important is it for me to tell our story? It is unbelievably important.
What many fans don't realize is how deeply Lee's personal life shaped the idea of you. Her husband's surname, Hayes, inspired Hayes Campbell, the novel's dreamy pop star, and her own past, including relationships with younger men, infused the story with lived and emotional texture. It wasn't just fantasy. It was an experience reframed through fiction.
If you're being really honest in your writing, you can be very raw and vulnerable, and exposes you a lot.
Yet, success didn't come without cost. As Lee aged, Hollywood's enthusiasm for casting her in romantic roles faded. Scripts that once seemed within reach went elsewhere.
And you realize it's all, you're there for to help improve someone else's story, to help tell someone else's story. And
from the outside, her pivot to writing appeared seamless. In reality, it was a necessary reinvention. With fewer roles available, Lee carved a new path through storytelling on her own terms. Her family's recent move to Paris wasn't just aesthetic, it was tactical. France offers Lee space, privacy, and freedom from the constant scrutiny of the American entertainment industry. The slower pace and creative distance allow her to focus, as she now writes a follow-up she promises will be less escapist and definitely controversial. Ironically, the story that caused so much stir came from stability. Beneath the controversy is a woman grounded by marriage, motherhood, and the quiet strength to write honestly, even when the cost is high.
Hollywood is really great for chewing people up and spitting them out.
At 50, Robinne Lee has achieved what most actresses only dream of: complete creative control. The Idea of You film adaptation, starring Anne Hathaway and Nicholas Galitzine, smashed every expectation.
The gallery, I have to.
I literally bought all of the
work.
art in your gallery, so I mean.
Attracting 50 million viewers worldwide in its first 2 weeks and becoming Amazon MGM's #1 romantic comedy debut of all time.
It's not at all, I don't know. I never expected all of this.
The financial transformation is staggering. Her estimated net worth now ranges between $1 to $10 million, a figure boosted by book sales, film rights, and producer credits. Lee hasn't abandoned acting entirely. Recent appearances in Netflix's Kaleidoscope.
Let's get out of the store for a bit.
You sure?
Give you some space? Sure. Right? We'll have fun. You'll help mommy, my little helper.
And the 50 Shades franchise.
We'll be accessing state and federal grants, of course, but more than 70% of the funding will come directly from Gray Enterprises Holdings.
Proves she can still command the screen when she chooses.
I play Roz Bailey. I am the COO of Christian Gray's company.
But perhaps Lee's greatest victory is cultural impact. She regularly speaks on panels about women and artists of color in publishing and film, using her platform to advocate for the changes Hollywood resisted giving her. Her story resonates beyond entertainment. It's about a woman who refused to disappear when the industry expected her to.
The point that women are coming into their power is when the world and media, whatever, is telling you that you're no longer viable, you're no longer desirable.
The twist? Lee's controversial novel has inspired a generation of women writers to tell their own stories without apology. Living in Paris, working on her next book, and watching her age gap romance become a global phenomenon, she's proven that sometimes the most satisfying revenge is simply refusing to fade away. The Columbia Law graduate who once took supporting roles to pay bills now controls her narrative, literally, and with hints that her next novel will be even more provocative, Robinne Lee's story is far from over.